If you guys are spending more time driving than you are mowing, more than likely you're not making the profit you deserve. Look, the biggest companies in 2025 are tightening up their routes, they're getting rid of costs, and they're looking to grow their profits, and route density is the best way to do it. Well, if you guys are new here, the channel is all about helping you guys grow a more successful lawn and landscaping business so you guys can go out there and crush it. If you guys are new here, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button and joining in on the adventure. By the way, all the studio videos that we do here that are all the FAQ type tip videos that can help you guys, practically speaking, learn today and apply tomorrow in your business. They're all sponsored by our training company, Lawntrepreneur Academy at lawnpreneuracademy.com. More on that later. All right, let's get into our 6 tips to help you guys grow a more successful lawn and landscaping business with tighter route density here in 2025. Let's jump into this list here. And number 1, we're going to talk about defining our actual service area for our lawn and landscaping business. Whether you guys are operating in a certain part of town or between certain mile marker roads, like for instance here in Michigan, we have 7 mile, 8 mile, 9 mile. A lot of these roads run horizontal, and then we've got adjacent roads running vertical. And it's very easy for us to pick certain parts of town to operate in or to build a quadrant around. Perhaps you guys have mile marker roads. Maybe you guys are on certain sides of highways, certain sides of town, maybe even certain cities or zip codes, depending on how big your business is. The very first thing that you can do is define your route and let people know where you're actually offering service. Now, number 1, we've defined our service area, but as you guys can imagine, number 2, it's saying no to customers that are outside of our route. Now, I don't care if those folks are literally across the street from where you just put a hard boundary, or if they're 15 minutes west of where your current business is, you have to say no. Let me give you guys a classic scenario, an analogy that I shared on a route density video that I did a long time ago that I'm sure almost anyone can relate to. Long story short, you pick up a customer that's very excited, they refer their friend, and they're 20 minutes west of where your current route is. Not too bad. You're probably going to be able to get a profitable price on that lawn, and you continue mowing that lawn. Hey, no big deal. Customer enjoys service. You enjoy them as a customer. And what do they end up inevitably doing? Referring you to another great customer, right? You're doing a great job. They want to spread the word. We appreciate that. And now you pick up another customer 10 minutes west of where that customer's at. So we're 30 minutes outside our core route. Well, we're starting to have 1 or 2 customers out that way. We think all is going to go well. This might be our big ticket. We're going to build another route out on that side of town. And inevitably, what happens? You guys already know where this is going. Customer number 1 quits. So now you're driving 30 minutes to go service that customer straight west. And unfortunately, no matter where you end up trying to price that lawn, very unlikely it's going to be very profitable for you. So not only do you lose 1 customer, you end up having to break the second customer's heart and tell them, no, we can no longer offer service there. Instead of spending all that time, energy, and effort trying to grow that company by going to the customer 20 minutes west and that second customer another 10 minutes further west, we should have just doubled down with all that time and energy in the core part of our route. Again, to take it from the top, it's okay to tell your customers, no, I'm sorry, at this time, we don't service that area. Even when you get the rebuttal, well, I'm just across town or I'm just on the other side of the street. Yes, I understand, but unfortunately, we have a very tight route and we have to stick to our boundaries for service. Number 3, as you continue to build route density, is continue to ask for referrals so you guys can get further route density. It's shocking to me how many folks will leave stones unturned by not asking referrals for customers in their current residential neighborhoods, about anybody that might want service on that street, or, hey, would you mind making a post on Facebook for us in the community HOA page? We would really appreciate that. Also, who's the board members? Can you get in touch with anybody there and help us to submit a bid for the HOA exterior property in the common grounds? That's a great way to do it. If you guys are expanding your commercial work and you're in the tech parks and the industrial drives, ask those office managers if they can refer you to any contacts in those tech parks where there's another 40 or 50 commercial sites. More than likely, they've got some contacts there and they can help you to expand your lawn, landscaping, or snow removal operation. And again, we're increasing our route density, and that's going to lead to hyper profitability. Number 4, as we continue this list, is to double down strategically on your marketing and advertising approaches. Yes, blanket canvassing certain sizes of towns is a noble act for sure. We're all trying to do that to grow our business. But before we do that, have you doubled down in the current current areas you already service and the subdivisions you're already in. And let's take it a step further. How many folks are actually having 4 or 5 soft touches in a calendar year with those customers instead of just marketing one time in the spring? One thing that I've learned personally is instead of spending all of our money on our budget in the spring rush is to spread that out a little bit more evenly through the year. Instead of just doing one big campaign in the spring, have 4 or 5 soft touches throughout the year. Many of you guys have heard before, but just to bring it to the top, it takes 5 to 7 soft touches with a customer before they ever sign up with you. So don't just spend all of your budget in the spring with a postcard campaign, say that didn't work, when instead take that same budget and allocate it off of 4 campaigns or 4 marketing efforts and watch that pay bigger dividends than just that first haul in March. Number 5, as we keep this list going, and I know a lot of you guys are really going to appreciate this and can totally relate because it's helped your business grow, and that is growth through subtraction, aka getting rid of a couple of customers. Look, we all got customers that are pain in the butt, and no matter how great of work we do, they're never going to be happy. Or perhaps we price them unprofitably, and no matter how many 5, 10, 15% price increases we do, we're never going to get the price to where it needs to be to actually make money on that site. I know it can be a daunting task, an intimidating task, or a challenge to let those customers go, but just be candid and just be honest. And also, the best way to let a customer down is by offering a referral to another person that might want that work. Maybe you don't want that customer anymore because you're no longer doing gated backyard customers, but there's a new guy in town that would take all of that work and he'd be more than happy to, and his new starter mower would be perfect for a gated backyard property. Feed that work to him. Keep the customer happy, build a network and referral with that new guy that you can send that work to, and every single person wins. To take one of my personal stories out of the archive, I remember having about 100 customers a long time ago, and we had about 7 of them that had gated backyards, and we had this $2,000 or $3,000 Exmark Metro walk behind mower with the gear drive, banging with your knee to adjust the gears, and here I am walking around when it's 90 degrees out instead of rocking and rolling on our big dog 60-inch zero-turn mower, right? And I had 7 customers that I was just honestly disenfranchised with continuing on because they had those gated backyards. So we pruned them. It was very nervous, and honestly, it was a lot of anxiety back in the day to get rid of those cuts, but I knew I was confident in my ability to market and to sell, and it didn't take but a couple of months at most to replace those customers with customers that didn't have any gated backyards, right? So it's okay to let some certain customers go. It's okay to prune, and honestly, if you just market a little bit, you'll be able to replace them, and it's no big deal. Number 6, and last but not least, is continue to bundle when possible. Optimize those routes. If you guys are out there doing 20 weekly mows for a list on your Tuesday cuts, and you're able to, at the end of the day, make the route strategically end where you have perhaps an hour or 2-hour pruning job, and you can rack up another, $300, $400, $500 for a quick front landscaping pruning job, then do your best to double down on that. Perhaps you're able to tag a couple accounts with some fertilizer while you're already there, or bring the aerator with you, and while the guys are cutting, trimming, blowing, one guy's finishing up with a core aeration for $100, $150. Anytime you have the opportunity to have better optimization while you guys are already out there on the sites and not requiring multiple visits or return visits, that is a great way to double down on your efficiency and your profitability. All right, guys, we're gonna land the plane here. These are my top 6 tips for increasing route density, improving efficiency, and profitability for 2025. I'd love to hear down in the comments down below what's working for you guys. Did any of these tips resonate for you? If so, let me know which one. And by the way, what's working out there for you guys? Do you have any tips that we left out or anything that's working for you in your lawn and landscaping business? We're always trying to get better ourselves, so leave me some comments down below. All right, well, let's button this up here. I just want to say a big thank you again to all of you guys watching. Hopefully these tips were helpful for you. If you guys are looking to grow a more successful lawn and landscaping business and you guys want to have access to the tools and resources that we're using to grow our business, check out lawntrepreneur.academy.com under the store section, and you can get access to all the tools and resources that we're using to grow Brian's Lawn Maintenance. All right, well, appreciate you guys watching. Let's button this up. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, check out the playlist with the other how-to videos to help you guys grow a more successful business, and we'll catch up with you here on the next one.